Well, all right. Let me get us set up here a little better. Okay. Um, so, um, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about myths about grief because you know how that saying, time heals all wounds? I don't think that's true. I used to kind of bank on that, and certainly time can help because of how we can see things. Um, but really, it's God that heals our wounds. He binds up our wounds. He's near the brokenhearted. And so, for those who are in grief, who carry grief, no matter what stage you're in, He is with you, and He is the one that heals all wounds. Um, Here are a few myths. This is from a little booklet, A Time to Grieve. And I want to also make mention that while like grief is like a big umbrella, so to speak. And I remember right when Bob passed, I remember telling my girls, we're all grieving dad, just in different capacities. Like, I do not know what it's like to have lost my father. My father is still living. They hadn't been married. They don't know what it's like to lose a spouse. Um, but we were grieving the same person, just in a very different capacity. And other people too were grieving him, right? His brother, other family, other friends. So uh, it's an interesting umbrella or bucket. I don't know what we want to call it, but grief is different also depending on, um, I think, the order of things. So what I mean by that is like just a couple of months before Bob got sick, my grandma passed, and she died on September 8th, 2020. And it was hard because I had her my whole life, and she was 94, and she lived a really good life, a long life. Um, and it was still hard though, but in my mind, I always knew it was coming because that's the order of things. I think when something happens out of order or like a total shock, it's like an added layer to grief. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I can say about that. So anyway, this little booklet, A Time to Grieve, is actually specific to all people grieving, even though my perspective on this channel is widowhood. Myth: people with strong faith don't grieve. Of course, that's a myth. That's dumb. And hopefully, your faith is really, really strong because that's what is going to help you get to a healthier place in carrying the grief. We'll do one more for today. Myth: a strong person should be able to get through a loss without showing emotion. I don't know who comes up with these things, but apparently they're a thing. They made it into this little book. Um, the reality is, God can handle all of the strong emotions that come with the loss of someone that you love. He can handle the loss that you are feeling and the strong emotions that accompany the loss of the love of your life. So bring it to Him, lay it at His feet multiple times throughout the day if you need to. That's my gift for you today.